Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the Option Pit AM Volatility Report. Reminder, this should not be considered investment advice. Consult your financial professional. Options have risk. This is for educational purposes only. This Saturday, Butterfly Intensive. All right? Get your butt in there if you want to trade butterflies, because we'll change the way you think about them. So let's talk about the market. How about some oil? Holy bananas. After what had been kind of like a meh few, really, look at this. Super tight range. Huge outlier move. All right. Oil took a massive, massive poop yesterday. And with that, take a look at vol. Wow, look at that. Nice move. US vol went from about 24 to 30. All right, if you want to look at OIV. Bam. First time above 30 since February 2nd. Just a really strong move and an impressive move. So, just that's driving things. All right, that is creating opportunity. You take a look at XLE. XLE got slammed yesterday. It was 72.5. It's now 69.5. All right. What was interesting is while those got slammed, so did the transpos. I mean, you would think with the one area that should benefit from oil is the transportation stocks. And after kind of getting slapped around, they're up today, but just kind of a surprising move yesterday. Now, there's some opportunity to trade there. Oil and XLE could be weak for another day or two, but it won't last forever. And then that's going to create, basically the reason why the Dow and the S&P were down yesterday was entirely oil. Oil sold off, and then everything else sold off. So here we are now. You can see the Russell's up, the S&P is up, Dow's up, NASDAQ's up. VIX is up. Why is VIX up? Oil. There's some underlying fear on oil. In addition, we have non-farm payrolls tomorrow. So that is driving things a teensy bit, and just something to be aware of. Even with that, you can see UVXY. If I pull up VIX, VIX vol's up, VIX is up, but futures are kind of not. All right. VIX futures are essentially flat to downish. So there's just not really a lot. So VIX is up, but really kind of the vol futures, some of the things that the tradable vol space is flat, just like the S&P. So nothing crazy going on today in terms of vol. Just briefly on bonds, they continue their descent, and gold also continues its descent. Boy, talk about your this is why gold's a tradable asset, but I don't think it's an investment asset right now. I just think there's too much pressure on the dollar to go up, and that's a scary looking contract to be in. But getting back to XLE, I think it's going to potentially have another rough day. But I would, and volatility, up, back to where it was kind of end of into the Trump speech, and has been working its way higher all month. All right, and is now kind of where it's peaked out over the last 3 months, below where it's peaked out over the last, So it's at the very top of kind of range of, zone 1, as we would say. All right, and maybe could enter zone 2. I don't know if I'd play that, but there's some interesting opportunities to set up some bear put plays. I like looking at term structure. I mean, I can do pretty well buying April. And I can buy the April 67.5s and sell the March and pay very little for this calendar. And I think that's an interesting trade on something where the asset, I personally think 80 cents for that calendar is cheap. And that's because I'm getting more juice than I would expect out of the March. There's a huge term structure play between March and April. That's going to be something we look at in our chat room today. All right, folks, if you have questions, you can email me, mark@optionpick.com, or you can call me 88-TRADE-01. Have a great morning.